Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. CBS News reports that 10 U.S. service members sustained injuries during an attack on Prince Sultan airbase in Saudi Arabia. U.S. officials confirmed the incident, stating that Iranian missiles and drones were responsible for the assault. Of the injured, 2 Americans were classified as very seriously injured, while 8 others suffered serious injuries, a distinct categorization within the military system. This attack occurs amidst the ongoing conflict between the U.S. and Iran, which has already resulted in over 300 American service members being wounded in action, with the majority having returned to duty. Tragically, 13 service members have been killed in this conflict. This is a breaking news story and will be updated as more information becomes available. Xinhua reports that a man, approximately 60 years old, was killed in Tel Aviv, Israel, on Friday night after being hit by shrapnel from a cluster munition missile launched from Iran. Israel's National Emergency Service Magan David Adam and police confirmed the fatality, identifying him as a construction worker. The missile triggered air defense sirens across central Israel, sending residents to shelters. 2 other individuals sustained light to moderate injuries in Tel Aviv, while an earlier missile strike from Iran on southern Israel also caused light injuries to 2 people. These incidents occur amidst escalating regional tensions, following joint U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran that began on February 28th, to which Iran and its allies have retaliated against Israeli and U.S. interests across the Middle East. Israel initiated a series of airstrikes on Iranian civilian and military installations on Friday, according to China Daily. This action followed a diplomatic breakdown between Iran and the United States, intensifying a Middle East conflict nearing its 1-month mark. Israeli forces reported hitting ballistic missile sites and air defense systems across Iran, including in Tehran, Qom, and Ormia. Concurrently, Iran retaliated with drone and missile attacks on Israeli sites and U.S. military facilities in the Gulf, issuing a warning to hotels hosting U.S. personnel that they would become legitimate targets. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps also announced a prohibition on shipping through the Strait of Hormuz for nations supporting the Israeli-American enemies. U.S. President Donald Trump extended a deadline, pausing the destruction of Iran's energy plants until April 6, 2026, a move some observers believe is to prepare for a potential ground invasion, with the U.S. deploying thousands of additional troops to the region. Finnish President Alexander Stubb cautioned that this U.S.-Israeli war could trigger a global recession, while oil prices rose and Asian shares fell. The IAEA expressed deep concern over strikes near Iran's Bushehr nuclear power plant, prompting a UN Security Council meeting. According to Xinhua, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has established a task force to address humanitarian needs in the Strait of Hormuz. His spokesperson, Stéphane Dujarric, announced that this mechanism aims to facilitate fertilizer trade and related raw materials, anticipating disruptions in maritime trade due to intensifying Mideast hostilities that could impact humanitarian aid and agricultural production. While Guterres seeks a comprehensive settlement to the conflict, immediate action is deemed vital to protect shipping. The UN also expressed grave concern over escalating fighting between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, warning against replicating the Gaza model in the country. Over 1 million people, approximately a fifth of Lebanon's population, have been displaced, with UNICEF reporting 19,000 children displaced daily. The safety of UN peacekeepers has deteriorated, with a record number of trajectories observed across the blue line. Dujarric urged Hezbollah to cease attacks into Israel and Israel to halt military operations in Lebanon impacting civilians. In the occupied Palestinian territories, 2 people were killed in the West Bank, and the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs noted over 150 settler attacks since last month. displacing nearly 1,700 Palestinians this year alone, surpassing 2025 totals. Relief efforts in Gaza continue despite access restrictions. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.